zones because I couldn't, there's too much ordnance going on. You were taking, the first chopper was taking heavy ground fire. And there's 6 more people on the ground. Can the next chopper take 6, over? Right there, that big field. Can you take 6? I try, I'm not sure. He's going to try. So he's getting our shot final right now, and I'm getting ready to open up on the area again. So just keep your head down. Okay, I'm going to pop a little piece. That's the only smoke we got left. Let's try to get next. Okay, we'll do the tank punch. Okay, inside. You want something? We'll hit the Delta tank. Roger. Why don't you stay out here? I'll just break about myself. I'm breaking a tank in full straight. 2. Roger, I think we can get the secondary down here. I'd like to get the scopes right now. Go ahead. Okay, roger that. Just go and peel off. We'll work the lights until we get there. Real fine. We're going to have to all refuel for this next turn. He's down on the ground now, and they've got the rest of the game. They want to just chase him back and knock down. All right. 512 is 597. You got 4 minutes. 131-0. Come on, too far. 131-0. Are you ready to hear? Papa, this is Delta Papa. I am en route to your location. I will be there very shortly. Okay, 1-3. Come on down and join us. Sure, that guy, he was around on our radio.
This is dedicated to the 122 members of the 1st Searchlight Battery. First Searchlight Battery was formed at the Marine Corps base in 29 Palms, California. This unit was the first of its kind in the history of the Marine Corps, utilizing infrared and white light capability. The xenon arc bulb, which created the white light, had an intensity of 75 million candle power. Function for the searchlights was perimeter defense at each of the bases in the I-Corps area. The USS Paul Revere had a capacity to carry 1,500 troops. But on this trip, there was only 122 members of the 1st Searchlight Battery. That's because we were a secret unit under the Department of Defense. When we arrived in Da Nang, it was dark and rainy. In the distance, we could see the flashes of artillery and hear the explosions, as well as random gunfire. We were offloaded to the docks, where we spent the night getting soaked. In the morning, we boarded LCUs and floated up north about a half-mile off the shore to the Cua Viet River on our way to Dong Ha, our new headquarters. This is the village of Cam Lo. Every day, there was a convoy that passed through this village on Route 9. This is 12th Marines with a 105mm howitzer returning fire during incoming. I was filming from about 15 yards in a trench in front of our tent. This is my sergeant, Bob Parley, in the trench, with Frank Mozinski having a smoke. We lost Bob September 2012 to cancer. He will be missed. When the ammo dump at Dong Ha was hit, we all thought there was going to be an overrun, so we got ready. When you see the guns pointed in this position, they're firing for a trajectory that will hit the perimeter of the base. The overrun never happened. Con Tien had been overrun a couple of weeks before we got there. It was on a high state of alert. There was only one convoy a day that came around 11 a.m., offloaded and left for Dong Ha. If you missed that convoy, the only way out was a medevac on a chopper. One September morning, I thought we were having an earthquake at Con Tien. These were B-52s based out of Thailand. You couldn't see them, there was no jet trails, and there was no sound. Only this. As the smoke from the B-52 bombs rose, something happened we weren't expecting. The North Vietnamese, firing from their side of the DMZ, used the smoke as cover for their artillery. We started taking income. It wasn't long before we were all back in our bunkers and trenches waiting it out. Now the medevacs were about to start, bringing the wounded back to the rear. F-4 Phantoms dropping bombs at the tree line, a few hundred yards from our position. Later that night, we heard Hanoi Hannah on the radio.
GI, your government has abandoned you. They have ordered you to die, GI.
Things look very calm on the Cua Viet River. Fishermen, kids walking on the shore, water buffalo grazing out in the field. But don't be fooled. The Cua Viet River was a killing field. The tree line and the abandoned buildings was where snipers were. This was our second reunion at Quantico, Virginia. We've had a total of 5 reunions to date. This was the war has seen through our eyes. We're old men now, and we each have our own perspectives on life. But the one common denominator we will have for the rest of our days was our time together in Vietnam.